Look, no more doo-doo. It's free. Look at that. Your efforts are not necessary. You had no part to play in this gospel. No more do-do, rule upon rule. Chicken-itty. The saints were home before they started. It's your gospel, your message, your work, your finished work. Shake it. It's good news. Praise the Lord. Yes, you did. Yes, Lord. It's not up to you. You didn't earn this wine. He spilled it all out. He didn't pour out just a little bit of his blood. He didn't just pour out a little bit of his love. He poured all of his love out. He poured every bit of his love out. From beginning of beginnings to the end of ends, he poured out every bit of his love until he hung dry on the cross. And he said, I thirst. He thirsted, shake-it-a, so that you will never thirst. He paid for this wine in its fullest. He paid for this joy in its fullest. He paid, shake-it-a, for every bit of it. And he's looking for somebody to drink it. He's looking for somebody who will receive and enjoy what he paid for. It's his message. It's his cross. It's his finished work. You didn't climb the ladder. No man can ascend into heaven, but he who is in heaven stepped down into the incarnation, and he put you into heaven. Oh, you're in heaven right now. Ephesians 2:6 says you're seated in heavenly places. We're in heaven on earth right now. You can't work up this drink. You just drink it. You can't work up an experience. You just believe you're already having one. Believe you're already in the house of wine. You are the house of wine. The church is the house of wine, full of the wine of his presence. Christ is the house of wine. From him flows the fullness of the Father. The Father is the house of wine. Because if the Word is the wine, and He is in the Father, and the Father is in Him, this is a place of complete union where you can't tell where you end and He begins. He who is in Christ is one spirit with Him. Jesus Christ, Colossians says, has the fullness of the Godhead in bodily form. And now you are partakers of the fullness. You don't have a little bitty Joe-sized God, you have the Godhead inside of you. You have the Father in you. You have the Trinity in you. We stumbled across a little truth one day. That Jesus bought a whole bunch of wine and He was looking for somebody to drink it. He wasn't so much looking for workers as much as He was looking for people that would enjoy His work. He wasn't looking so much for laborers in the field as much as He was looking for lovers. He wasn't so much looking for Marthas in the kitchen as much as He was looking for Marys who would sit at His feet and lap up like a dog everything that He did and everything that He is. Shake it. We got a very simple message. We call it the gospel. Which means good news. It's not 99% good, 1% do it yourself. It's not 99% joy unspeakable and full of glory and 1% depression. It's not 1% sadomasochistic, beat up your old flesh. We actually realized that a few of us in the church have been believing a bit of a falsehood. We realized that, I don't even have a flesh anymore. I don't even have a sin nature anymore. My goodness gracious. You mean I don't have to beat up my sin nature? You mean my whole Christian existence is not about beating up the flesh? You mean my enemy is not the flesh? Your enemy was the flesh, but it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Well, what is this you're speaking of, John?